Before we get started, if you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let us explain.
Anchor has the tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast straight from your phone or computer.
When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more.
It is everything you need to make a podcast in one place.
And best of all, Anchor is totally free.
Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hey guys, thanks for joining us once again. Before we begin, I have a new and exciting opportunity for our listeners. If you follow us and subscribe to our social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, then you can then get 3 people to follow, subscribe you on social media. And if they can get 3 people to follow and subscribe to their social media platforms and you rate us 5 stars, you'll get 15 stars. And then their friends will let you have 25 stars until you have so many stars you don't even know what to do. Continue supporting us through the link in the podcast description. And for those of you who have already supported us, thank you. Please up your donations 3 times because the more money you give us, the same amount of episodes we'll give you every week, but we'll be happier when we do it. Now on to the show.
Welcome back to another episode of Searching for MacGuffin with your hosts,
George.
Dan.
Gabe.
And Link.
And this is episode 22. So we've made it past 20 episodes.
Episode 22 in the year 22.
That's crazy.
Woot, woot.
Woot woot.
Congratulations, guys. We made it. We're in the 1%.
Jumping high five where we stay in the air. Ready?
1% of
1,
what?
2, 3.
We're 1%ers.
What do you mean 1%?
We're
Yeah.
rich.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
That's not what I mean.
Not,
Dan, you
not
wanna
for our
ex-
support intros.
You want to explain this as our producer?
I mean, I think you should explain it.
Oh, well, I wasn't prepared for that, but
he reversed you.
basically I
Re-
sent
Reverse card.
Yep. Basically, I sent you guys a statistic that 99% of all podcasts never make it past episode 20. So,
That's crazy.
yeah.
What a good way to end our podcast in 22. Episode 22.
Oh, yeah, this is the last episode,
last
by the
episode,
way.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
In
this
month
is it. This is
2.
where we're done.
I don't know why. It feels like we made that joke before. I don't. But we're fine. We've made this benchmark. We've passed over it. So we're going to take, this is S4Monthly, right? This is our second, right? We kind of,
Yes.
for those of you just joining us who might have missed our first S4Monthly in January, we're going to take the last episode of every month, the last Monday of every month, typically, to look back at what's been going on. There's so much going on in the world of fandom, geekdom, all these different things, and just like life in general that we don't get to cover week to week on our centralized topics that we're going to recap. Kind of some of the things, not everything, but some of the things that kind of caught our attention during the month. So we got a lot of good feedback last month for January's S4Monthly. So we're here again. And with that, we're looking back on the show as a whole. Just blank faces here.
Yeah, because I don't know why you stopped.
Oh, I don't know. I just thought
Yeah,
maybe somebody wanted to share something. So that's the story so far. We thank you guys for all your support. And as we've moved into the 1%, I wanted to take this time to get serious for a second.
Danny, play some serious music in the background.
I don't think we have music license.
Do you have the money to license it?
But with your support,
Oh.
if you follow us on social media, S4M podcast,
Cut that
We
intro
can
right
insert sad music here.
insert sad music.
Yeah.
here.
So with your listener support, sad music will be in.
Ba-na-ma.
there. Yeah, they can't like sue us if we sing it, right?
In the arms of
the
the angels,
How many times do we have to go over this? Yeah, you
fly
can sing it.
away.
That was beautiful.
I actually didn't know
Thank
the
you.
like after the Arms of the Angels lyrics.
Yeah, it was
That's
just.
impre-
It's
that's
just. Have you ever
impressive.
actually even heard the song? It's just a meme. Just the song.
No, yeah, I heard it from the commercials.
Who is
Where
that? Is
they
that
sh-
Sarah
The
McLachlan?
dog ones.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went into a deep dive with Sarah McLachlan because your dad had all her albums, Gabe. And
Are you serious?
yeah, he was like, he went through a Lilith fair A
what?
like stage. Lilith Fair is like the women's like music. It's a festival where all the female artists like Sarah McLachlan, Paula Cole, Jewel, like they just go around.
You know
Dang.
any of those names?
Your dad's a feminist, Gabe.
Secret fan. Only when it comes to music.
Yeah.
I think. But anyways, the point was that I wanted to take a moment to be serious for a minute, and I wanted to apologize for now that we're looking back at the past 20 plus episodes. We've gotten your feedback, and we love your feedback. And we talk a lot about the journey that we make, and growth and improvement is a big part of that journey. So I want to apologize for many of the errors that you guys have so kindly pointed out. We're not perfect on this show, but we're always looking to improve. So thank you for your feedback. And I'm going to start that off with a couple of things. In episode 3, Anime 101, I'm not an anime expert, guys, but I have seen Grave of the Fireflies an unhealthy amount of times. So I want to apologize.
Anytime more than once is unhealthy.
Yeah, that's true. You pointed that out in, again,
Just
Anime 101.
I want to make sure that you know about that.
So first I want to apologize for all those people that I've put through multiple viewings of Grave of the Fireflies. And I want to apologize because he's totally taking care of his little sister. I misspoke and said it was his little brother. I don't know how I missed that. So apologies. I also want to apologize in episode 7. I did the recap, the sports entertainment, the hottest sports entertainment thing in the world.
There you go.
Yeah, I finally got the title. Link came up with that title, by the way. But if you haven't listened to our wrestling episode 7, I go back and listen to. I invite you. But I did do a recap on kind of the history, a crash course of wrestling in America, and I said that the NWA was the Northern Wrestling Alliance or the North American Wrestling Alliance. I totally know it's the National Wrestling Alliance, so I apologize for that. But the biggest apology that I want to make is in episode 11, the Marvel movie method, which many of you guys gave us lots of positive feedback for.
Thanks.
Very nice.
I want to apologize to Link because he's the only one on the show that knew that MIT was in Boston, and we totally made fun of him.
Oh,
I also want to apologize to the teachers in every class that we probably went over where things are located, especially like states, because I feel like we should have known this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
it's a big school.
The fact that they say it multiple times in the film.
Yeah, we felt real stupid the next day.
Too.
You guys should
Boston.
also apologize to Spider-Man for not paying attention in his movie.
Yeah.
Because they talk about it.
Multiple times,
Multiple times.
Yeah.
And how many times did you watch it? How many times did you
Well,
watch it,
by
Gabe?
that time, we had watched it, what?
Once.
Oh, no, once, because it was in our initial reaction. It was like moments after we saw it.
So only I truly paid attention.
Nah,
to the movie.
you know what it was?
But you weren't sure, though, but okay.
Because we asked, we were just like, where's MIT? And we're like, maybe Massachusetts? I don't know. And then I think
we did a quick Google.
I think it was your wife that was like, oh, it's in Maine.
Yeah.
Not to pass blame or anything, but I think
it
that
wasn't
was the
her.
explanation.
Yeah, you are passing blame because you're wrong. It was. I think I Googled it and it said M.I.
No,
No,
I'm not
it
wrong.
Was her?
She said it's Maine.
Okay, then it's your fault. Sorry, babe.
The reason why I know this is as a hardcore Miami Dolphins fan. Someone who hates the New England Patriots and anything in New England.
Yeah,
I know where my enemies are.
you won't even vacation there.
I won't even
believe.
vacation there,
Yeah.
yeah. I would not even marry anyone from New England.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
we're gonna get some of that feedback from Searching for
Zenda-
Love.
Yeah, so all the
Zendaya may be from New England. I would not marry
our
Zendaya.
winner Link from the Searching for Love
Oh, that's right.
competition.
That's right, I won that.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
but whatever.
congrats.
Thanks to all of you guys that voted for me. Or
I'm
girls.
not mad.
I am,
I'm
even
not
though I
mad.
voted for him.
Yeah, I also voted for
Oh,
it.
So how has your life changed since then?
people are apologizing to me for things I said months ago. That's very nice.
You mean like on this show right now?
Yeah.
Okay. And then and then I have one last one before Gabe goes. In episode 19, Console Wars, we were talking about the Bethesda purchase, and for some reason I pronounced Castle Wolfenstein as Castlevania for some reason. I know Konami makes Castlevania, but my brain thought I was saying Castle Wolfenstein. So apologies. Thank you for your feedback. I appreciate it. I'm not mad. Continue, Gabe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've made more mistakes. which I'll probably find later on. But I think the only one that I can remember is, I think it was in the console wars. That one, I'm pretty sure I said the term square space in referring to square cash.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Squarespace is like a website to like build websites. Right?
Yeah. And I just meant like the Cash App. So
I think everyone understood you though.
No, but I think we need to apologize to giant corporations because they spend a lot of money on name branding.
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm sorry, Jeff Bezos, for everything I said in the last monthly.
I hear you. You're welcome. Why are you saying you're welcome?
Psych.
So, Link, is there anything you want to apologize for? Maybe that
I
you've
have
done?
not said anything incorrect on this show. Everything I say is accurate. Even if sometimes I double guess myself, I know I'm always right. I haven't done anything wrong.
Do you think you were right for spoiling anything?
I haven't
In the-
spoiled.
Yeah, there's no spoilers you want to apologize
There's
for?
only one spoiler that I would apologize,
Okay.
and that's when I said Rengoku died. And even then, saying it now, I realize
Yeah,
I'm probably
it's-
spoiling it.
Yeah, that's what if they missed the spoiler? Now you've re-spoiled it.
Bleep it.
I'm gonna bleep that.
He
mean,
says that
the-
every time, but he never does.
The movie came out.
The last time we
When-
bleeped it,
The
was
movie came out
controversy.
last year. I know because Gabriel so kindly invited me for my birthday. Thank you, Gabriel.
Mhm.
But you have more than like almost a year, and then the season ended like what last week.
But he spoiled it like 3 episodes ago.
Wait. So you admitted that the season ended last week, right?
Yeah, for that. Yeah, for attack. I mean for
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Oh, Demon Slayer. Oh, okay. So
And
you
that's the
still
only
won't
thing I would
So you
apologize-
still won't apologize for Attack on Titan then?
There is some controversy within our circles.
Mhm.
Gabriel thinks I spoiled what happens the season. To Levi Ackerman. Should I mention what I said? 'Cause
I mean, he's probably going to spoil it again. So
I
be
know.
warned. If you haven't caught up to Attack on Titan, stop listening, skip this.
How do I stop listening? I'm on the show.
You probably won't remember.
So
Okay.
I said that Levi dies, right? I
Mhm.
said that to exaggerate a point. Does he really die? No, he just gets like destroyed.
Okay.
It's like, oh, he dies. I know he doesn't die because I've watched the anime. I've also watched.
You've read the manga?
I read the manga. There we go. I read the manga. I've watched the anime.
I've also watched the anime.
But I said that like what last month, and I spoiled it for Gabriel. But in my mind, I'm like, I didn't spoil anything because this happened last year.
Mhm.
I spoiled something that happened last season.
No.
You see, now the only way that I see that you have a way out is by saying, like, what happens to Levi? And I don't even like. I mean,
and it wasn't
I'm
even
pretty
accurate.
sure
I just
know.
said that the
Exactly, it's the
Yeah.
accuracy because
Mhm.
he has like what you think they say he's dead, basically,
Yeah.
and he hasn't come back on the show. I mean, to my knowledge,
Like
I
Cobb
haven't caught up.
Vanth.
He hasn't come back to the show.
Uh-huh.
They like allude to someone like maybe he is still alive, but
Have you not watched last week's episode?
you said this how many episodes ago?
You know what? Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't have this conversation.
No, I'm just wondering.
Anyways, he thinks that it's a completely different season from being in the first part
Yeah,
of
which
the
it isn't.
season.
It
It's
isn't.
not. It's part of season 4, and that's that.
It's part 2.
Yeah. Let's.
We're in part 2 now, though.
Okay,
But
but
it
it's
happened
still.
at the end of part 1.
But it's still the same
It's
season.
the same season.
Part 1
Some
of
people are still
season
waiting
4.
to binge season 4 in its entirety. Just because they go on break doesn't mean.
I mean, yeah, I didn't do anything wrong.
You did.
No.
Yeah. And you know who else did something wrong? The people who split seasons up into multiple parts now.
Exactly. You know,
And Link.
Yeah.
No, you know what? They were
There's a reason
they
why
were
that
on a
happened for
break,
Attack
and
on Titan.
therefore it's a huge break. It's a new season. I did everything right. They
Okay.
were on a break.
Dan said you.
There was a reason for that.
What
though.
was the reason?
The manga wasn't done.
Okay, you're just not
The
gonna let
manga
Dan.
wasn't done, and they switched studios, and it was messy, and
Okay.
they needed time.
It was a messy breakup. There was a divorce. And...
It was pretty messy.
Okay.
Why did they switch from Wit to Mappa?
Wit dropped it because they were making no money off of it.
Oh,
Mm.
wow, that's like a whole episode there. Speaking of anime, though, the Crunchyroll Awards happened, right? So, Link, if you want to lead us in.
Yes, that's right. The Crunchyroll Awards happened last week. Apparently, you could watch them on Twitch. I did not know that.
Hey,
I-
spoilers, guys, by the way. We're going to
Spoilers.
announce the winners.
Yeah, we're gonna announce you winners. So if you haven't gone on Twitch,
If you're just finding out that you can stream it, like Link
yeah,
was informed by Dan earlier
yeah, I
today.
believe if you want to watch it, you have to go to the channel Mario Max two X's.
That's not accurate.
but still do it.
Yeah, still
But you
do
could
it.
go to the Pocket Monsters episode if you do want to hear from him.
So yeah, so I guess I'm gonna go over like the main categories really quick. That one.
All right.
Best comedy or best film. What do you think won best film, Gabriel?
I mean, it's got to be Demon Slayer.
Yeah,
right?
Demon Slayer, Mugen
Mugen
Train.
Train.
One best film, best comedy. Comey Can't Communicate. It's
Question. Sorry. Do they have the nominees there?
Yeah,
Like,
they have
what
the
was
nominees.
up?
You want me to not tell you what?
I just wanted
Just
to
like
see the
real
nominees
quick
for the best picture.
Best
Best
Picture.
film, Bell, Evangelion 3.3.
They still make
0
Evangelion?
plus
Yeah.
1.0, Thrice Upon a Time, Demon Slayer,
That's the
Josie
whole
the
name?
Tiger and the Fish, Shirokao, oh my goodness,
haven't watched any
Shirobako
of
the
these.
movie, and then word bubbles up like soda pop.
Oh, I saw that one.
Oh, how was that?
Out
It was
of-
nice.
Out
Is
of
it
all
cute?
the ones.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
cute.
out of all those, he saw word bubble
Okay.
up soda pop.
Okay,
Words bubble up like soda pop.
Wordle.
Right? It's not.
best comedy was Kami Can't Communicate. Best fantasy was The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime.
Oh, I heard about
season
that.
2. Yeah,
I've
it's
heard
hilarious.
that title.
I didn't like season 2.
I think Ranking of Kings should have won, but whatever.
Yeah, you suggested it last
Yeah.
month in our monthly.
Exactly. That's how high I'm on it.
Someone else told me that. I think it was Jonathan.
Yeah,
my brother. I think
My
he
brother.
he was like raving about
Exactly.
it.
And
He's
that's
like,
how you
greatest
know.
anime, greatest story.
That's how you
whatever.
know it's good. When Tantan.
The greatest story ever. That's what he said.
The greatest story ever
It's
told.
better than the Bible. It's the greatest
It's
story
really-
ever
it's
told.
It's just gonna be on my
Yeah.
mistakes.
Best
next monthly.
action goes to Danny's Jujutsu Kaisen.
Let's
There
go.
you go. Best drama, To Your Eternity. I think Odd Taxi
Still
should have
have to
won
watch
that
it.
one, but hey. Best romance, Horimiya. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Now, we shouldn't do this one because it's not a major category, but I think Dan would enjoy this. Best action scene, fighting scene was Yuji and Toto versus Hanami.
Let's go.
That's right.
That was
And
a
that's
really good
literally
fight.
Dan. That's literally
was a
Dan
great
and I,
fight.
because we both have the same taste in women.
That was a really
Let's
good
get
fight.
cooking.
Let's get cooking.
The
my
way
dude.
that this conversation means nothing to me.
yeah.
No, once you get
watch
context, you're just gonna be like, "Oh, that was actually kind of funny."
Best antagonist, Eren Yeager, who
Okay.
was also nominated for best protagonist.
Okay, I watch enough anime to know that's not true.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Best,
alright.
best protagonist was won by Odokawa from Odd Taxi. You guys should check that show out.
Is
It's
it like Crazy
fantastic.
Taxi?
No, it's
Oh.
like I told you. If Tarantino were to make an anime without curse words and the N word, this would be it. Or and blood. Like,
Jeez.
Wait, did you say
Wow.
that Eren Yeager was nominated for protagonist and he won best antagonist?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's character
At
development.
least he didn't win both.
That's
though.
character development, man.
Best girl was the girl from Jujutsu
Oh,
Kaisen.
Danny's fave.
Let's
Nobara.
go.
Yes, best boy.
Taking W's.
Best
man.
boy Boji from Ranking of Kings.
Is that the one
That's
that's,
my
like?
exactly. If you haven't watched Ranking
Link,
of
we
Kings,
swept. We
watch it.
swept.
We
swept the
We
award.
swept the awards. Yes.
These are some weird categories.
Best opening sequence. Attack on Titan part 1. I'm not sure why, because the opening sequence for part 2 is flipping great.
I guess because it's all one season, right?
Yeah,
It's not.
I
It's
think
not
so.
the same. It's not the same song. It's not the same song. Best animation, Demon Slayer.
Obvious.
You can't go wrong with that.
I mean-
And then anime of the year, Attack on Titan, final season part 1. I don't know if that was accurate, but
I
yeah,
disagree
They
with
really
that.
gave
but
that
part
the
1.
best?
Yeah,
They
best.
really gave that the best.
Yeah, the categories were 86, Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, Odd Taxi, Ranking of Kings, and Sunny Boy.
I mean, it's
Ranking of
okay because
Kings,
Jujutsu
bro?
Kaisen won last year.
Yeah, you won last year, but those are
But part 1?
part one. Part 1 is okay.
Yeah, but part 1.
I mean, it does
I
have
don't
that
know.
awesome sequence where Eren goes, "Now or never, Mikasa," and boom,
that was
Mikasa.
beautiful.
I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, but
That
okay,
is-
but
that is
the
cool.
first part of part 1, I think, was like
Uh,
it was fire. Like when they're
Yeah, yeah.
invading.
yeah, but when they come back to Partis, it's like,
That's the the second part of that first half was just like depressing to
yeah,
me.
it's depressing.
Oh, I guess I have a lot.
It got
to
better
look
though.
forward
This
to.
Yeah.
this second part of season 4 got better.
And
Alright.
those are our Crunchyroll awards.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations to the winners. Thank you. Speaking of awards, it's award season, right? And we've been spending a lot of time watching a bunch of movies in anticipation for awards that are to come. We'll have that conversation later. But one movie that I watched recently that will not be getting any award except maybe some Razzies. Yeah. Is the film Uncharted.
You know, I did not know where you were going with this transition. I thought
Yeah,
you
I had
skipped
no idea where that
everything.
was
I'm like,
going.
okay,
Yeah,
we're
no,
done, I guess,
yeah,
with
we're
the
wrapping
episode.
up.
Yeah, wrapping up.
15-minute episode. No. Yeah. So we've been watching all these movies, all these like high quality, good movies, but it was date night. And me and the missus, who our audiences will meet soon, we were out for date night and we wanted to turn off our brain for just one night.
I just want to point out it was really nice how you like lit up when you said me and the missus was gonna be on the show soon.
Yeah, I'm kind of low key excited.
It was
about
nice.
Finally found that.
That was a
that
mistake that you guys made.
What?
Oh, choosing the movie.
Choosing.
Okay. Also though, I pulled the votes from the hosts of this show and friends of the show. I sent it to our film, group, and I'm like, Uncharted or this Academy Award nominated film, and everyone told me to go watch Uncharted.
No, we
Not
told
me.
you to
I
watch
didn't say
Venom
anything.
too. Let
Okay,
There Be
they were
Carnage.
making jokes, and I said worst person in the world because it's on 2 of your lists. So,
Yeah.
And I stayed
but
quiet.
I
'cause
mean,
I don't.
I
say
had a
anything on
feeling you were
chats.
just gonna pick Uncharted anyway. So,
Yeah, because I also, you know what the other reason why? Because I wanted to talk about it on this episode. I knew I sacrificed myself so you wouldn't have to. Is that fair?
yeah, because I'm probably not gonna watch it.
Okay, Alec.
Even though I like Tom Holland, but
Yeah. Okay, so he's basically just Tom Holland in this movie, by the way.
Yeah.
There's
Spider-Man, man.
there's scenarios
Is
in
Mark,
this movie.
Is Mark Wahlberg Zendaya?
No, Mark Wahlberg is like a fake Nathan Drake, and then Tom Holland is
Nathan Drake.
Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. It's just Mark Wahlberg as Nathan Drake and Tom Holland as Nathan Drake simultaneously.
Mm.
It's weird.
Into the
British accent
Drake verse.
and everything.
Yeah, enter the Drake verse. What? There's nobody has. Oh, Nolan North is in the movie too. So technically, there's.
What?
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah. So I'm sorry, I'm spoiling Uncharted. What?
I don't even know who Nolan North is.
Is that like a
The one of the most famous
a
voice
relative?
actors ever?
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything, but it's a cameo. Okay, it's a cameo, and
Oh,
I
is it
had
the
to
guy
look
that-
it up
is
because
it the guy that
obviously
voices
I
him?
yeah it's
Oh, okay.
yeah he also voices Deadpool in several of the Deadpool voice projects as well.
He is a master. at
Yeah,
what he
he's
does.
great, but also he's a voice actor, so I didn't recognize him immediately. So it was like a cameo joke, and I was like, "This means something. Could it be?"
Yeah,
Nolan?
that's for fans.
That, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean that also happens like and they do that like in the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Like with those little cameos, how they had like the voice actor for Anakin
Mhm.
from the Clone Wars and the
The-
double for Luke Skywalker,
And
Yeah.
directors as well.
and yeah, and Filoni and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think it's
absolutely.
cool. I think it's cool. when
I
they do
think it
stuff
is
like
cool. I
that.
think it was good. So then I guess technically there were 3. I forgot to mention there were 3 Nathan Drakes. And
It really was
Yeah.
into the Drake verse.
yeah, because for those of you that don't know, they've been trying to make this movie for like 20 years, and Mark Wahlberg was originally going to be Nathan Drake, and like I guess he didn't give himself the memo as producer, and he just kept acting like he was Nathan Drake in the movie. So have you guys played the Uncharted games?
Nope.
Nope.
Nobody?
Never played
Dan?
PlayStation.
I've started them.
Oh.
I've never finished.
I was looking them up. They're only like about 10 hours each game.
I hear great stuff about them.
Yeah.
But I really didn't have a PlayStation until
What can
like
you do
this
with
past year.
10 hours?
You tell a
I've
nice
heard the
tight story. You
stories.
play the Assassin's Creed game. They're about that long.
No, they're longer.
Okay, once they start getting super open world with all the collectibles and everything, but at first,
You mean like
the
most
first
of
one,
them?
the
Yeah,
first
but-
one's like 7 hours or something.
Yeah, but not many people play the first one. They all play the second one.
I mean, I feel like I got used to that with, like with Halo and stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, there's lots of campaign. And what about like you play Luigi's Mansions, like 10 hours? You play
That's 15 hours.
okay, Mario Odysseys.
20.
I don't know. I feel like as a casual, like I consider myself a casual. I
Yeah.
think it's like those more like towards the games that I gravitate towards.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a PlayStation. I think I've discussed this on the show. So that's one of the series Uncharted that I've always like envied. And I only played Golden Abyss for the PS Vita,
Mm-hmm.
I believe, right? Is that was for the Vita? No.
I know exactly. I think I
Yeah.
know what you're
It's either
talking
for
about.
the
And I think
PSP
I
or for the
played it
Vita, and
too.
I'm almost sure it's for the Vita. So, anyways, this movie was kind of horrible. It was fine, really. It was fine, but it was a terrible adaptation. It was whatever, popcorn. Mark Wahlberg is really bad. Mark Wahlberg is really bad. Tom Holland is cute. Also, Nathan Drake has like Spider-Man abilities. Anytime there's an action sequence, you just see Peter Parker. Like he has like parkour.
Carpool.
Yeah, carpool skills.
He uses cardboard.
Yes, absolutely. So he carpools in a cardboard box, and
Mark Wahlberg is yelling, "Car pop! What is it, smart park?
he's Mark Wahlberg.
Parking in my car,
In my smart park."
in my khakis.
And for those of you that know, he's playing.
Why would
this-
you want to date anyone from New England?
Okay,
That's how
the
they
agenda.
talk.
You're really stuck
Okay,
on this topic.
continue.
Okay, Mark Wahlberg plays this character Sully, who's like an older figure in
Mhm.
the Uncharted games. So there's jokes all in the script about Mark Wahlberg being old. Like, my ankles hurt, or I don't have my glasses. But Mark Wahlberg is like 50 and he looks 35.
He's ripped. Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah,
it-
he
the-
looks great.
yeah, the
so it
movie
doesn't
makes
work.
no sense at all. Anyways,
So everyone like listening has played Uncharted. It should be like, man, these people know nothing.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. But
Which is true, but I will be educated.
yeah, so okay, but here's one thing. So the whole point that I wanted to talk about this movie for these few minutes is basically that it worked as a giant advertisement for Uncharted.
Mhm.
Because as bad as the movie was, what was the first thing I texted you when I got out of the movie?
I need a PlayStation.
Yeah, me of all people.
And I said no.
And he talked me off of the ledge.
Wait, why not?
You know, I mean, that's pretty good though.
Why not?
Yeah.
I thought we
I'll
were all
take
going
that.
on the PlayStation
Yeah.
train.
When the movie started, there was a
Bro,
graphic.
Who cares about PlayStation, bro?
Yeah.
Does
There was-
everyone want the PlayStation 5.
I want one.
Gabriel has every console, so it's
He says no to everything.
he's constantly in like flaming the console wars, like fanning the flame of the console wars when he doesn't have to choose. He has everything. But there was a graphic at the beginning of the movie that said PlayStation Films or PlayStation Studios, and I was like, "Are you serious?" And it had like God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn.
I don't
Yeah,
like that.
I was very upset. I was irrationally upset immediately. But it did make me want to play the Uncharted games. So as a 2-hour commercial that costs money that you pay for, I think it did its job. So guys, go watch
So it
Uncharted.
did better than the Doom movie from '97
I
with The
don't-
Rock.
I don't know why. I thought you said Dune. And
Yeah,
I
he
was-
didn't.
I know
didn't say
Doom.
that?
No, he said Doom.
Oh.
Yeah, that's that movie where that guy from Fortnite is,
He's in that movie. I completely forgot.
and he's in the same armor as in Fortnite. So that's just actually a Doom movie crossover. So everybody go watch Uncharted. But another thing that we are all gonna watch is some of the trailers that dropped this month, and 2 in particular took our notice. So Gabe, why don't you?
Two
take
of
it
them
away?
dropped during the Super Bowl, and one of them should have dropped but did not drop.
Oh, did that happen? Yeah. Oh,
Sorry.
Those trailers dropped during the Super Bowl.
I don't know. I got blindsided by Link right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, 2 of them happened to me.
It's like, open my mouth to speak. Whoa!
Which 2, Gabriel?
All right, so the 2 were obviously Obi-Wan Kenobi and Andor.
That did not happen.
That's what we should
My
have
heart-
gotten in the Super Bowl.
Nah, so, I mean, as many of you know, the Super Bowl just passed, and
The Rams won.
I mean, obviously, I think trailers and commercials are a big part of watching the Super Bowl
I feel like they
experience.
used to be a bigger part.
They used to be better.
Yeah, but I think this year they did pretty good. But 2 of the trailers that dropped,
You
no.
got a Paul Rudd win, so I'm good.
Me and Dan just started planning for the show halfway through after the halftime.
Yeah, because I was like,
So I think 2 of the biggest ones were the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power.
I love. Isn't it just roll off your tongue?
No, it doesn't.
Lord of the Rings.
The Rings of Power
Lord of the
trailer.
Rings. Rings of Power.
Yeah, we'll start with that one. What do you guys think?
I don't remember anything.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh well, that's normal. For Link. I feel like Link now.
Yeah, I never remember anything. So
Yeah, so I mean, I saw this trailer the day afterwards.
Uh-huh.
again,
And I mean, the remark that I mean, I guess
haven't
that I
seen
saw,
it again.
the remark, like the feeling that I got when I first saw it was like, it doesn't remind.
Underwhelming?
Not
No?
no, I think it was like I don't think it was underwhelming. I think it was just more of like I guess what I thought I was gonna see, because Amazon has this other show called The Wheel of Time
Oh, I've heard about this.
that's out, which was pretty good. It was I liked the
There's
first
just
season.
so many shows, man.
Yeah, but like it's it's really like similar, like it being fantasy.
Oh, yeah,
and,
I've
like,
heard, yeah,
and
yeah.
with all that stuff, and I feel like it looked like a spin-off of that.
Oh,
like the same type of like how they film it and the way that it looks.
It doesn't look more grandiose than this other TV show. It doesn't feel like the Lord of the Rings movies, for example.
Yeah, that's what it does. Like I don't know. For me, it didn't have that same feel.
Mhm.
Could it be because of the actors aren't like the actors we love from Lord of the Rings aren't there?
I mean,
I
does
don't
it
think it's
feel
the
like-
actors. No. But I feel like I like The Hobbit had like semblances of that like that feel,
And
but it also felt a little different. I don't know.
he had Gandalf still.
I don't know. Something about it just like a bit shinier than I'm used to, which
Yeah.
is maybe what they're going for.
I did
being
get.
back
I
in the
think
past.
I think understand
Like
what you're trying
polished.
to
It's a
say.
bit, like,
Yes, there was
polished.
like almost like a filter. Like
But that's how it looked when it got released in 4K, the trilogy. It looked very polished and
Haven't seen that.
shiny.
yeah, I haven't. I'd refused to, even though you're
Oh.
trying to get us to watch it. 4K.
Have you seen it?
no, I
No,
I
but
saw-
Link's like, we should watch it in 4K, and I was like, okay, they're like $75. How are we gonna watch it? You buy them, and I was like, but I don't even want to watch them in 4K.
Yeah.
No, you should get them.
But yeah, you're
HBO, give it to
But
us.
I think
missing out.
that I'm not passing judgment, and I don't
Oh,
think
no,
I'm
yeah.
like I'm excited for it.
Oh, I'm not
want to
hyped.
watch it.
I'm not excited. That wouldn't be the word I would use.
I'm excited to see
What
because
about
I
you?
mean I know these stories are gonna be
I'm
big.
excited for it. I don't remember much of the trailer. I think I heard more of the more complaints about the trailer
Really?
than anything else. Yeah.
I guess cautious optimism would be more.
No,
That's
like no, like
good.
people were complaining about some of the choices they made.
people complain about everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, the fact that they saw black actors there, like, oh no, that's inaccurate. And I was like, whoa,
okay.
how do you like? How do
Okay.
you say that and
Yeah,
not
if
get in
anything, I
trouble?
was
That's
like-
another issue. For
Yeah, I'm
sure.
like, why is this an issue for
Okay,
you?
I don't think we need to deep dive into this because we've been here with Force Awakens and Finn and all that stuff, and I don't really want to talk about it.
That's a problem, man. Like
I don't
whatever.
know what Force Awakens has to do with anything.
When the
Yeah,
first time we saw him as a stormtrooper, and
Oh,
the
people got mad.
internet was-
Yeah, like
people
why?
got
Would, yeah, I
upset.
just think it's crazy that people would get mad at that.
Yeah. Dan, what do you think about? You looking forward to this? Cautious, optimistic, like Gabe, excited?
I'll let you know after I watch
Return of the
the
King.
last two.
Oh,
yeah, this is right.
extended
Oh, I'm
cuts.
so sorry.
My only complaint about the movie is that the female dwarfs did not have beards.
Yes, because they do talk about that.
Yeah,
true.
Gimli does mention that they have beards. So I've always, growing up, I was always interested and imagined how that would look.
I think the what I found underwhelming was just that I don't have any story idea what the show's going to be about.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like the only thing that happened was just glimpses of a character, a landscape, and you know what I mean? I think I want to know what the show is about. You need to sell it to me. You can't just sell it to me because it is a Lord of the Rings show.
I
So,
mean, that's how they sold it to me. It's a Lord of the Rings show.
Okay.
You got me.
This is Cobra Kai all over again. All right. What else? What was the other trailer?
Second trailer, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That trailer was madness.
I haven't seen it
At all?
at all. I try to avoid, you know me, I don't like looking at trailers,
Uh-huh.
so I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, so that I mean, for me, like that trailer dropped. Like
Oh, but they didn't play it at the Super Bowl, right? It dropped at
I
the
think-
same time.
Yeah, it
Yeah, 'cause I
dropped.
just remember watching Gabriel next
I
to
mean,
me
it
watching
might have been because I got there late, so I wasn't watching.
No,
from
it
the
did.
beginning.
No, it
It
didn't.
didn't,
It
yeah.
didn't.
Okay, so then yeah, I saw that they dropped it on social media, and I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this. I was like, Link, I'm gonna stay away from this, whatever.
Weak.
And then like 20 minutes into it, I just look at, I'm just like, I'm gonna end up watching this. So I watched it. Like I didn't have any sound. They had the trailer had captions, had text, and
Yeah,
I
that's
was
how
just,
I saw it the first time.
and I was just looking and I was reading. And I'm like, oh, what is happening? I couldn't hear anything. And then like they have like a silhouette of a figure or like the back of a figure, and I'm just like, like you obviously know who that is. Like
I
who they're
didn't know that
referring
when I
to.
saw it without sound.
Who
But it was
it?
also
Who-
on my
who-
phone.
Who is it?
Spoilers for that trailer. I mean, I
I
don't
mean,
know
it's a
if
trailer,
you're
I
trying to
think,
stay
yeah.
away from trailers,
Yeah,
but I
no,
think
no.
I'm just gonna say it.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it in the movie theater.
Oh no, not for you, for the people listening.
Yeah,
Oh.
in case there's
In case they haven't
weird
seen the
people
or they
like
wanna,
us who try to avoid
or they want
trailers.
to be like you. It was like the back of Patrick Stewart's head.
I don't know if it was Patrick Stewart.
How do you know it's Patrick Stewart's head?
He says it isn't.
Like,
He
what if
says it
it's
isn't.
James McAvoy?
It could be, and that could be it. They could
Actors
be
have lied to me before,
They
though.
could be throwing you
What if it's
like
James McAvoy?
throwing you off the scent. That's what I thought. So that apparently the character says something
What if
in
it's
the
Luke
trailer.
Cage?
All right.
Naming every ball's gotta go ahead. My bad.
The look of
You done?
frustration.
Are you
Yeah,
done?
Go ahead, go ahead.
So the text was saying like it has a line.
What if it's the Kingpin?
So then you go into that line, and I didn't hear it at first. So when I hear it, it's Patrick Stewart's voice.
Oh, okay.
or allegedly Patrick Stewart's voice.
I mean, he could have come in and recorded something to throw everyone off.
He says that people have been
What does he-
impersonating
what does he
his
say?
voice for years.
I was like, maybe we should tell him the truth or something.
Yeah.
Charles.
I think they're going to do an Illuminati thing, honestly. Doctor Strange
Yeah.
and Professor X, that's the only direction I can think of. Especially since we've been waiting for Mr. Fantastic,
Yeah.
Reed Richards.
I mean, that was once that trailer dropped, all those theories were
was
dropping.
that the main like big?
Yeah, that's, I think, the
They
big
have like
talk.
There
they
was
have like
a lot
different
happened,
There
though.
was like different seats, I guess, for the Illuminati. People are thinking they
Really?
saw Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, I didn't Easter egg deep dive this. I just saw it twice. One without sound
Yeah,
and
no,
then one with
it
sound.
was everywhere where I was, and I was like, I really can't. I didn't go looking for it, but it was just there.
Okay, Dan, you said there's a lot here. Do you know about this?
No, I haven't gone into deep
Oh.
dives either. But there's just a lot happened in the trailer.
So what
It
is a
was very
lot?
chaotic.
Yeah. What makes you say that there was a lot?
It was just super chaotic. There was just
Yeah,
a
I
ton of
literally don't
different
know.
shots.
I was like, okay, I haven't learned anything new, but
There's-
apparently this
Yeah,
is.
I
There's
didn't
like
figure out.
3 Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, I heard something about that.
But I didn't even notice that from the trailer. I noticed that because they came out with 3 posters with each of the different Stranges.
Oh.
What are the different strangers?
One is the one from What If, right?
Okay,
From the
yeah.
animated series. One is our regular Strange. And then there's like a super powered sorcerer
It's
one.
like a possessed. I don't know what he was.
No, the possessed one is the one from What If. Have you still not seen What If?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, he's the possessed
I'm
one.
talking about the one that has like the longish hair.
Oh, but that's like the sorcerer supremist, or is that the.
I mean,
I
that's what
totally
I
just
would
made
say
up
is
that name.
possessed. So
Yeah, okay.
But they didn't have any of the other cameos, like people that.
there was one.
Not in the trailer.
There was like a. It to me looked like the energy signature of like Captain Marvel.
I know
There
what
was like
you're
a
talking
character that was like glowing that looked like when Captain Marvel like basically like flames on. So people were saying either Johnny Storm.
Oh, okay.
People were saying, it's not Monica, the daughter, Maria
Yeah.
Monica
Maria
S.
Rambo,
Yeah.
and that could be her. And then there's another one that's I'm not gonna say here.
Okay.
That people are. It's a big theory that people are saying.
Wait,
Okay.
why don't you say it?
Oh,
I
I
thi-
know.
I
I almost said it.
'Cause I don't know
Okay.
if you guys wanna know.
Okay, okay,
No,
okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I think we're gonna. This is not spoilers because we don't know what we're
Yeah,
talking
it's
about.
a theory.
This is all pure speculation, and as we talked about in the 3-part series, the Marvel movie method, sometimes we try to guess what's happening and we ruin it for ourselves. So please don't take this as gospel. Okay, this is pure speculation, but I do want to hear it because I'm gonna throw out other names too that I've heard that I have no evidence to support.
Do you ascribe to this theory?
I think this person's gonna be in it. Do I think that's the person that is that person in the trailer? I don't know.
Oh,
I
truly
think they
don't
would
know.
hide if something important.
but-
I think.
Yeah.
but who
yeah.
is it? Who is
So
it?
the other person that a lot of people are thinking is Superior Iron Man,
Yep.
which is gonna be
Oh.
played by Tom Cruise. Because Tom Cruise is apparently like
Supposed to be Iron Man.
basically gonna
Well,
be.
we've kind of made that joke in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. The show.
What does
Yeah.
that mean? Superior Spider-Man? Is it?
Did I say Spider Man?
No,
I'm
you
sorry.
said Iron
No,
Man.
you said
what
Iron
does
Man.
Superior
I did
Iron
that with
Man
the other
mean?
episode.
Is Doc Ock
Yes,
Iron Man?
No, that's Superior Spider-Man. That's. I don't even know what is Superior. Is that like the title of a comic?
He's in the Illuminati.
I thought
Oh,
it,
okay.
doesn't it have to be like alliteration? Isn't that the rule for
Oh, that's why you let Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spectacular. No, I don't.
Spider-Man? That's what
Usually he's the invincible Iron
Man.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But I guess because it's also the Superior Strange, right? Is the one that's in the Illuminati too, like the
Mhm.
not the Sorcerer Supreme, but the Sorcerer Superior. Yeah. So I don't know what they're gonna come up with. I've heard everyone from like the X-Men to Legion from FX.
I've
to-
heard everyone,
Deadpool's a
yeah.
big one.
Deadpool's
We're
a big
talking
one,
about
yeah.
now.
Was the other one Chris Evans as Johnny Storm?
Yeah. So
I'm excited.
yeah, I mean it's all pure speculation.
It's
Who
coming out
knows?
in May, right?
Oh, there was also like Peggy Carter's shield
Uh-huh.
in like because like the posters have like broken glass.
Oh, I do
guess.
think she's gonna be in it.
Yeah,
I do
I
think.
think so,
I think
too.
we're gonna, guys. If you haven't seen What If,
What
I
If?
understand, but go back and watch it before this
I'll watch
show.
it before the movie comes
Yeah,
out.
because I do think a lot of that is gonna bleed over.
Yeah.
All right. So,
This movie comes out what May
Your birthday.
6th, my
Yeah.
birthday.
how many episodes do you think we're gonna dedicate to that movie? I'm just kidding.
How many episodes are you gonna dedicate to my
It's
birthday?
gonna be a month.
We're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna plan to do one episode, and then we're gonna talk about it for 4.5 hours, and we're gonna have to break it
The
down.
Marvel movie method.
Okay, I'm
Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, I'm calling it right now, Dan. that month, we're gonna actually start a second podcast that's just about Doctor Strange. Okay, and I'm here for it because I
I'm down.
stand for Doctor Strange.
You know who's not going to be there?
You, because you don't like magic. All right, but what do you like? I know one thing that you like is Pokemon. We dedicated a whole episode, the Pocket Monsters episode, to it. So a big thing happened in Pokemon this month.
That's right. Well, last month,
but
yeah,
we
but
played
carried
most of
over.
it,
Yeah. Game Freak released Pokemon Legends Arceus, which was how do
The
I-
Last Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like something that they've never done before. It's Pokemon meets Breath of the Wild.
Just a
And-
few months since the last release.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was, I know Dan and I have been playing it.
It was beautiful.
It's beautiful, yeah. I think Dan, how many hours have you put into the game?
90.
90.
Wow.
And he completed the Pokédex too.
Guys, I've put in 7 hours, which is, if you know me, is a lot of time because I've only had the game for like a couple of weeks after you guys kept talking it up. And I'm really happy to hear you guys enjoy the game so much because in the Pocket Monsters episode, you guys were basically on your last legs and you were about to call it quits for Pokemon.
This was it.
But they got me back. They Cobra Kai'd me.
This is a step in the right direction. Props to Game Freak.
yeah.
Yeah.
My official rating is 8.5.
Gabriel with tepid support. The only member, we'll talk about that, but
Love Pokemon.
the only member who does not have a Nintendo console yet.
Oh, I still got some consoles from back in the day.
Oh, I'll buy them from you.
So what is it that you love about this game so much? Why should our listeners check it out?
So it's literally okay. So it's
So I think that this game is
Yeah, go ahead.
super good.
You deserve that link.
no, but tell us why the game is good.
All right, so I feel like Pokemon has been so rigid in the structure of how they've had their games for such a long time, which is the
Yes.
reason I stopped playing Pokemon.
Absolutely.
I just felt like it was the same thing over
Uh-huh.
and over again.
Tell us more.
And so I like that this game has like a 3D aspect towards it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can
yes.
move around, and that's why I understand why Link is saying kind of like Breath of the Wild. And I haven't played the game, so I have no basis to say anything.
Hey, I mean, you were on
so
track.
far, you were on track.
All right,
Well,
no,
you clearly
but-
listened
No,
to the
no, but-
Pocket
no, but
Monster
this is-
episode.
I think this is no, because I've seen I've seen people talk about it online. I've heard
Yeah.
you guys talk about it, and I will say this. I will say that I don't have a Switch currently
Uh-huh.
in my hands
At this moment
at
in
this
time,
moment in time. That may change, but
by the time this episode is published.
yes, but I haven't been interested in a Pokemon game in ages since like last one I played was like Ruby or something like that.
Dang, that was like 2008,
Yeah, but this game
2005.
for me looks interesting, and this is something I think I would buy.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I mean obviously I haven't played it, but that is one of the reasons I really stopped playing it because for me it was the same thing
It is.
Yeah. So
over
linear
and over again, and so this to me seems different. It seems fresh, and I enjoy the take.
Yeah. I would say this game is a poor man Breath of the Wild.
Uh-huh.
It could have done better. If I'm going to compare it to Breath of the Wild, graphic wise,
I mean, that's why I compare it to Monster Hunter World.
Yeah.
but
And
even
not Breath
then,
of the
that's
Wild.
better.
From a
Yeah,
game
but-
design
Yeah,
aspect,
yeah.
but it's
From-
not
yeah, from
Pokemon.
game design.
But
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
Pokemon.
This game was like a side thing, right? It's not part of the main line.
Yeah, I
It is
mean,
me.
it's basically a prequel.
It's a sidestep.
So I think what Gabe is saying, and
Yeah,
it's
it's a
true.
prequel. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's a prequel, and it does not follow the format at all. So it does feel like it's obviously a new series. It's called Legends, and I think they're gonna keep using that legend,
Yeah.
I
line.
hope.
Hopefully,
We
yeah.
can only hope.
We can only hope. Yeah, so it definitely is. It is like canon, so to speak. You know what I mean? It's a prequel. Takes how long before? Like 1,000 years?
1,000 years. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's like 1,000. It's basically like Breath of the Wild. But yeah, it takes place 1,000 years, so it's definitely like its own side thing. But it is part of the series as a whole.
Yeah. So I'm excited, man.
Also, a big positive is that it has the most difficult Pokemon battle in the series
Like ever?
ever.
Wow.
Harder than Cynthia?
Yep,
Ooh.
I agree.
Am I gonna be able to
it
pass
was and that fight was fantastic.
Is
took
it
me
with
7 tries.
Is it with Arceus?
I'm gonna have
No.
I'm gonna have to buff some
before.
Pokemon in some other game and then
Which
send them
Pokemon?
from
Which
home.
Pokemon is it?
I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It's
so,
like an actual trainer battle.
so
It's
you're
Meowth.
done. And how far along are you?
I have no idea. I just
How
I've
many
been
hours
so,
in do you know? You don't keep a log like that.
I think I have like at least 30 so far.
Okay.
Wow.
because I've been out for a
You
while.
do a lot of side stuff.
Yeah,
right?
that's my problem. I don't continue with the story because I want to complete the Pokédex in each region, but that's the hardest part. One thing that I do like about the game is that they have alpha Pokémons, which are Pokémons that are a lot bigger than usual.
Yeah.
And I was able to get an alpha Machamp, and it sucks because he's the only one I use. Against anyone else, I should use my alpha Machamp because I'm so proud of him,
Mm-hmm.
and he's so cute. And in the game, you can even take pictures with like a photo shoot.
Yeah.
With your Pokemon, and I took a photo shoot with my Alpha Machamp.
Also, I don't even need to get Pokemon Snap.
Exactly, because you have this, and
Okay,
it's
perfect.
pretty cute.
I mean, that's interesting that like you do all the side stuff first and then kind of finish it when
Uh-huh.
you get there.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the type of gamer that I just want to do
The
I mean,
main
I've been
story.
accustomed to doing just the main story and getting it over just to say that I did
Yeah,
it, like,
yeah.
I beat
And
it.
then if I'm like addicted, then I'll go back in.
Exactly. But I think I've also realized I think with the Witcher 3,
Mm-hmm.
I play that game to completion. That took
Right.
me forever.
Yeah.
But I love that experience. And it also taught me that it's like I feel like I'm depriving myself a lot of the game of what the people like invested, like wanted you to play if I don't take advantage of that. So I started doing that with Spider-Man, the PS4 game
Uh-huh.
that they remastered
Yeah.
for PS5. And
One of the few games for the PS5.
I beat that one. I had beaten that one twice, but I was like, I'm gonna go back and 100 piece it.
Right.
Did
And
you?
I was, yeah, I did.
Oh,
and I
wow.
was just like, now I just got into the expansion, the DLC,
Which is good, I hear.
Yeah, so far
Mhm.
it's great, and it's like people can say it gets repetitive and stuff like that, but to me, I feel like with the DLC, they add different things. Like you can do a lot of different stuff, and I love that game.
Yeah.
I want to 100% it. I wanted to 100% it, but I hate those Taskmasters challenges. I find them so hard to do. I can never complete them on time or.
Yeah, I finally did that. Like, because the thing is, like, those things come out as you progress in the story, in the main story.
Yeah.
And they come out to do side quests. So I finally got to Taskmaster, and I was like, I didn't beat him the first time, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna finish all of them. And then when I went to go fight Taskmaster, I was like, bro, this guy's hard.
Yeah. I've been playing that game for months, Spider-Man. I don't know. You know that I don't have a PlayStation, so I borrowed a friend's PlayStation, so thank you for that. But it just feels dirty playing on someone else's console. Like I feel
I don't like
bad.
doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
So it's just,
I borrowed your brother's PlayStation 4,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
and you like put it off because for some reason you're just like, it's not mine. I'm not really playing it.
yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's weird. That's why I told him I should get a PlayStation after the Uncharted movie, which again, everyone should watch. But it's interesting that you brought up that game, Spider-Man, because there's some other superhero content that most of us consumed this month, and that's the show Peacemaker.
With John
I
Cena.
can't say that line he says for peace.
Yeah. We're not allowed to say most of the stuff they say on the Peacemaker show on this show, but I know that many in our audience either just started this, they haven't finished it, or they're making their way through it, or they haven't seen it. But for our adult audiences, and I will stress and emphasize that for the adults who listen to the show, I think this was a very well done show. It's almost basically like James Gunn Uncensored. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, uncaged, unhinged. What were your thoughts on the show, Gabe?
I hadn't watched it for like the first three episodes.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, I think the first thing that I heard or that a lot of people were hearing about was the intro.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
That's what I heard before I ever saw it.
I heard about the intro. Like we had a friend that was just like, this intro is like amazing. And I saw a lot of that on Twitter and stuff like that. So I went and I finally watched it, and it was nice. I think because I was able to watch 3 episodes back to back to back.
Yeah, because
So
they dropped a
yeah.
series. Yeah.
The intro was nice, or the episode was nice.
The intro was great.
Oh, okay.
But like I'm saying, like once I got into like starting it,
Mm.
it was nice to have 3 episodes there waiting for me.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want to focus on that intro because that's what I heard, and what I heard was an intro not worth not skipping. Right, and that was what James Gunn, when he developed the intro, he was like, I want to create an intro that the audiences won't skip, because now with streaming we always have that skip intro button, and he wanted us. So out of like respect for that, I didn't skip the intro ever, any episode. And I actually think you appreciate it more as you start to meet the characters that are in the intro
Yeah.
and get to know them better throughout the show.
Yeah.
Then that whole sequence like makes more sense or you appreciate it more.
No, for sure.
It's
Yeah.
really interesting because I've only watched the first 2 episodes
Okay.
or 3, and you're right about that. Like you see they introduce new characters all the time. But I was really confused as to why Snake Eyes was in the show.
The judo
The
master.
Yeah,
Vigilante.
his little his
Me too, 'cause he's in
Padawan,
the
his
song
apprentice,
Vigilante,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, never
I
mind.
forgot his name.
Yeah,
It's-
judo master.
yeah,
With
yeah.
the little tiny guy.
no.
Oh no,
Vigilante.
Vigilante.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
one
the
who
guy-
looks like Snake Eyes.
You guys
is
gotta look at
Vigilante.
Snake Eyes.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm like, why is he in this show? And then, cause like there's 2 episodes in.
Oh, because he wasn't there.
Yeah,
yet.
he's not in, but they
Oh.
introduce him right at the end. Like,
So
hey,
you still haven't even seen Judo Master, the little tiny guy
one
at
that he
the end,
picks
that he
up at
picks
the
up
end?
and puts on his shoulder.
oh no, that sounds adorable.
See that was the thing. See, that's how it was for me, but with Judo Master.
Yeah.
Because I saw him in the intro, and like you see the intro every
When
time
is
you
this
watch
guy
the episode.
coming?
Exactly. It's like
Oh,
I
yes,
still haven't seen this guy.
Uh-huh.
And I did like that. I feel like the intro sets the tone, I
Yeah.
guess, from the jump, from beginning the show. It's like, okay, this is, I don't want to, it's like a joke.
Yeah.
But it's like an intentional joke.
Yes.
And I
There's
feel like
a purpose to
Exactly. And I feel like this show had a lot of purpose into it. They might have used humor that people might say, like, this is throwaway humor, but I feel like it was very intentional. I think that was very well done by
it.
James
Yeah.
Gunn.
Like the janitor from the hospital in the first episode.
yeah, he's only in the first episode.
Yeah,
but
and you're like, why is he in the intro?
oh, does it play? Does it
Yeah,
play
he
off?
does
Yeah.
come off.
Oh,
So,
okay.
because I'm spending the time thinking as a
He
show,
has to come
Is
play
guy gonna
off.
come back? He has
Yeah.
to come back, right? He's in the intro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it does pay off. It's really good.
Or like the neighbor, like the dad's neighbor.
The
and stuff
dad's
like
name
that.
was
Yeah.
in it. Yeah.
Dan, how far did you get into the show?
4 episodes.
4 episodes. Okay, so you're
And then
like,
I saw the last one again, like I told you.
oh,
Because I'm
so
horrible.
detail that story for the show. What was that like for you?
I mean, basically, I binged 1 to 4,
Uh-huh.
and it was great. And I loved it. And then I walked out the next morning, and my brother was watching the finale. I just sat there and watched it. 'Cause-
You didn't feel like you were robbing yourself of
Nah,
the journey?
no,
Dan
I
doesn't feel
enjoy, I loved it.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm missing a lot of context to stuff, but
Sometimes
It
in
doesn't
this
bother
great
me.
journey. No, I'm just kidding.
Dan,
We skip a few steps.
hey Dan, if there was like a leak list of like everyone that's gonna appear in the Multiverse of Madness, would you read it?
absolutely.
Yeah. I figured.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like
I-
confirmed.
I don't
like,
care about spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, confirmed. I would read it.
Now, would you share it with us?
No.
Okay.
Nah.
You
I'm
would
not
just.
horrible
You're a good
person.
no, you're a good friend, or
Oh.
not ask. Hey, do you wanna me to
Okay,
share?
this is rich coming from Link, but
No, it's
Yeah,
nice.
he's
that
pointing
people,
at it.
people,
Okay.
people. It's nice that people do that.
He's like, not me,
I
but
would
it's
do that
nice.
to you guys.
yeah, that's why it's rich. Okay.
No, because I tried to not. I mean, I did these accidentally. The spoiler ones, those. I didn't mean to.
I will give you that. I will
Okay.
give him
I
that.
know
Like
they were,
it did
and I
slip
had
out
a good argument as to why I didn't.
because because
don't let him off the hook. Our
No, 'cause-
listeners want conflict.
no, because we talked about it on
Yeah.
through text.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we had conflict through text.
Oh, okay.
Like we went back and forth, but like at the end of the day, like listening back to how it was used, I will say like in our circles,
Yeah.
we talk about that stuff freely like that.
Yeah.
So it's like it just kind of slipped for him.
Uh-huh.
And I can understand that, and I think moving forward it'll
Yeah,
be
we talked
different.
about it. Yeah,
So,
exactly.
so speaking of spoilers, we can address that big moment at the end of Peacemaker. Can we spoiler warning
I mean,
that? Should
he
we
knows
just skip
that.
it?
I mean, he knows it, so I
Because
don't
I
see
saw
there's
it
a
on
problem.
Twitter, so I wasn't sure.
So probably a lot of people got it spoiled because it was all over social media.
So if you don't know, spoiler alert right now.
yeah, skip
Fast
like
forward
2
30 seconds
minutes
or 2 minutes.
Yeah, let's go 2 minutes.
2
Okay.
minutes.
No, then
Yeah,
they'll,
okay.
yeah, that'll be enough. Okay. So at the end, what happens?
Oh yeah.
This is it. Warning.
So they so basically the main conflict is resolved. And I think there is a joke or there is a reference
Yeah.
to a particular superhero team. It's like, why don't you call these people? And there's just some excuse as to why they can't.
And there's always that excuse, right? In these comic books, where are the Avengers for Marvel? Where's the Justice
Exactly.
League?
Yeah, or in these
And
Right.
it's like
movies,
it's
yeah.
like it's this show's too small scale. Like they're never gonna come out. You never do it.
Uh-huh.
And then at the end,
They show up.
the Justice League shows up,
Yeah, the
or
A-list, or
pieces,
parts of it, yeah.
of the Justice League show up.
Conveniently, not Cyborg, not Batman for some reason.
Wait,
I
but
think they have plans.
He's
for
not
that.
there
wait,
at
wait.
all.
So like Henry Cavill himself?
No, so they do like a shadow version.
Yeah,
You
okay.
can't see him.
Oh,
So
so
that-
you can't see the actors' faces.
yeah, except for
Yeah. So the thing is, like, they just like the silhouettes of them. They're like in the shadows, and it's like they're figures. Like you have Superman flying and his cape that looks like Henry Cavill. You have Aquaman. You have the Flash and Wonder Woman.
uh-huh.
and like you can't see their faces or anything. And I'm like, oh, that's how they're gonna show them. They're gonna be like shadows, and
Yeah.
they're gonna walk past them. That's fine. So
Because that's cool enough. To be
yeah.
honest.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
pretty
like,
cool.
oh, that's cool. And then John Cena comes by, and then he makes a joke, and he walks past them, and then you see Aquaman and the Flash. It's Ezra Miller and Jason Momoa, and then there's like a joke.
And they make the most inappropriate joke that you would never imagine.
It was a joke that
circles back.
that the John Cena says, or is it John Cena?
Yeah, I think so.
Is
Yeah,
it
because he's
Peacemaker
always
says it?
talking.
Yeah, so
garbage.
Peacemaker makes a joke about him and like fish. that
Yeah.
he like
Yes, I remember that.
Right.
that
Yeah.
he interacts with fish,
Coitus with fish.
Yeah,
and then then he walks and he just basically insults him. They go through, and Aquaman's like, "Man, I'm so sick of that rumor," and then Ezra Miller's Flash goes, "It's not a rumor," and then Aquaman goes, he basically is like, "F you, Barry."
yeah, and that's 2 minutes. So it's amazing
Wow.
that they have that interconnected tissue. I think that was a big get for them. Now,
That's pretty cool that they did that. Yeah.
Yeah, a
Gives
lot.
it a little continuity and
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious, and I just thought it, because I don't know. I feel like a lot of people think that finales recently haven't been up to par,
for shows.
Yes.
Right? For shows.
and yeah,
they
for shows.
brought out the big guns
Yeah.
again. No spoilers. We didn't talk those 2 minutes. Yeah.
And that's a big point too, because like for these Marvel shows, like these big actors that are in the movies unless the show's about them, they
Yeah.
don't appear on the shows.
Exactly.
And it
Yeah.
happened here, so that's pretty cool that
It-
DC actually did that.
Yeah, it is really cool. Whatever that big appearance was.
except for
We don't know what it means for the future of the DCU, and that's a lot of questions. Like with the upcoming Batman movie, what is the status of how they're gonna go in the directions for Wonder Woman after 84 was kind of a financial but not critical success?
not a critical success.
Right.
Mm.
And where is Henry Cavill? Like what? We definitely are not gonna get Cyborg anywhere anytime. So like, what is the future of the DCU?
And I think that was, I don't know why, like there was a firestorm on the internet about this huge controversy.
who was there and what was said. That's
Yeah.
what.
And I mean, there was pretty much two groups that were going at it,
Yeah.
where it's like people that were fans of the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
Like they were like passionate, like they were, this is the worst thing that could ever happen. This is terrible.
Yeah.
Wait, Snyderverse
They didn't
people.
like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
They were so
yeah,
mad.
they did not like this.
Like I'm seeing all these like, and this is my fault. I do it to myself.
Yeah, you
that
do do
I'm
this to
looking at
yourself.
this stuff.
and
but
then do it to us.
And then
by
you do it to
sharing.
us, yeah.
yeah, you shared through my pain. And so it was just interesting to see that, and it's to see how much hate that they were generating about this stuff, and it's like it really scared me. I'm like, man, this really feels like a cult.
Yeah, the next government uprising is going to be Snyderverse fans. I'm sorry, guys, if you like this stuff, but I mean, it's the one thing we're all unified here, I think, on this show about. We're not super fans. We can respect it, but also not.
Wait, how do we feel about the Patriots? Are we not? It's just me.
I don't know if it's as vitriolic as you.
Okay.
do. Yeah, I don't want anyone to pass away or
The New
anything.
England Patriots?
Yeah, the New
No,
England.
just
Oh,
American
I've been talking about like a
Patriots.
superhero. I'm like, are you talking about like Mel Gibson Patriot?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
We're talking about Cody Rhodes,
Oh,
the real American
maybe.
Patriot.
The traitor, you mean?
So speaking of professional wrestling, John Cena's role expands in the DCEU, but someone's role
in wrestling.
disappears, at least for now, a departure. We don't spend a lot of time talking about pro wrestling here, but as you know, if you've listened to the show, we are fans. And probably the biggest story that I've heard hours and hours and hours of like sports radio, sports entertainment radio discussing is Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, one of the founders of AEW, exiting his home promotion and probably going back to the WWE, a place that everybody seems to be leaving but not going to. So, how did this news affect you guys? How did you hear
I
about
was
it?
shocked.
I think Gabriel was probably
was
hurt
shocked.
hurt most.
Oh yeah, because Link falls asleep during every Cody Rhodes.
But
match.
also,
Yes.
Cody's my boy. Like,
Yeah, that's
Cody
right.
brought me into a ring after a show
Mhm.
to sing "Happy Birthday" in Spanish incorrectly to another wrestler.
He didn't bring you to singing incorrectly. That's just what you ended up doing.
We should
but-
post that on social media.
And so he was super nice, and
Okay.
I thought he was awesome, and I had a lot of love for him. And like we went to a couple shows,
Yeah.
and people were hating on him and booing him, wanting him to be a villain, I guess.
Yeah, me and Link are split on our perception. I say that he's part Hispanic because he has a Cuban American mother. Link doesn't recognize his heritage.
That woman on the show she's Cuban.
Yeah.
Right? Right? Look at the face Gabriel's giving.
You don't get to choose where people's parents were born.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyways.
So the news was definitely shocking because I think around that time of me getting back into pro wrestling and like seeing this company grow and develop, I think he was a pivotal part, especially with that experience that I had of being able to go into a professional wrestling ring.
Yeah.
And so like I mean I still have a lot of love for him, but I think that news was very shocking, especially since he's one of the people that brought it up.
Yeah.
That he started the company, he made a lot of what it is today.
Yeah.
So him leaving, I think, was a shock. But I think also hearing that he might go back to WWE was just like I think all of our reactions were like, what?
Why would you do
Why?
that?
Why?
Yeah.
Career suicide.
Money. I don't think it's career suicide. I disagree with you, but we can talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
I do want to say this. When Cody picked Gabriel to come in the ring and he asked him what his name was, he said Gabe. Everyone in the audience started chanting, Gabe, 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 Gabe. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And Cody, although I fall asleep in his matches, earned my respect that day.
You know, but that's also part of a bigger picture, Link, because part of what I love about Cody isn't so much what he does in the ring, but what he does outside.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
I took a
of the
picture with
ring.
him too.
Yeah, he
I
saved
forgot
you
about
like
that.
$150, right? Because the meet and greet was that much to take a picture with Cody, and the line was like around the block. And this man just walked up to Link and just put his hand on Link's shoulder and posed for that photo for free.
Yes, I got blessed by a Cuban American.
Oh, now he's Cuban American, right?
I forgot. I love Cody now.
Because that's the thing about Cody, that he's the last one out.
Always, yeah.
He'll go all around. The show is over, and
Yeah.
he is taking a picture with every single person in the front row, and he'll shake hands, and he'll stop and talk with you. And I just, call it, say it's political, say it's not altruistic, that's fine. But he does it. It's still a bunch
Yeah.
of work.
And it makes people feel awesome.
Yeah, it does, and you feel like I want to do this again. Like
yeah.
that moment, I think, made Gabe a fan from this point on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It
And
really
he
did.
does that day in and day out for every man, woman, and child that he comes across as much as he possibly can.
Mm.
Yeah, they're pulling him away to go to his signing, but he's stopping to take pictures for free.
Yeah.
With people. So it impacted me. Dan heard about this for the first time when we started prepping for the show. He didn't.
Yeah, it was like this morning, right?
Yeah. What is your reaction as a surrogate for our audience, many of which are not as in tune? I'm a lifelong fan. Link grew up with it. Gabe's been in and out, and you were just introduced because of this group and the show. What was your response to that from the little that
I mean,
you knew?
I think I'm mostly surprised because of the way you guys talk about WWE, and I'm surprised he's going back. I literally just found out he was going back this
Yeah.
second. I didn't know that. But to me, that's crazy.
Oh yeah,
I
because
mean,
we
you
had
guys
talked
have-
about his departure, and we hadn't even told you that.
Yeah,
he was
we-
thinking
Yeah,
about
you
going back.
you guys didn't tell me he was going back,
Yeah.
which is crazy because you guys told me about everything bad that happens behind the scenes with WWE. So I'm in shock that he's even considering going
Yeah,
back.
you don't even know Cody's story, what he was doing before there in that company before he left. Like, you've seen it, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the Stardust character. That's a
Yeah,
whole
the
other
stuff that is-
conversation. For
And I mean,
another day.
it's not confirmed. It hasn't been confirmed, but it's
Yeah.
like it's heavily rumored to be happening. And I mean, I still got a lot of love for him. I'm interested to see what the future holds and whatever decision it is that he's gonna be that he made.
Yeah, it's definitely bittersweet, and I do think that the company's gonna move on without him, and AEW is gonna continue
It's going
to
to move
grow.
on quickly because I do believe that he was taking a lot of time from more popular wrestlers that are there. Now they have Bryan Danielson and CM Punk. Do you really need Cody? Because I know he's a draw, but there are a lot better wrestlers ring wise
Yeah.
there than Cody
But
that
this,
we can get more time from.
Yeah.
Pac, Malachi Black, all these other people that we can get more time.
yeah,
And his entrance takes like 40 minutes.
yeah,
I
okay,
take
it's
a
not
nap
quite
in a
that
minute.
long, but there has been a discussion though. Him and guys like him and Jericho and Moxley are proven ratings draws.
Yeah.
So that's one less proven ratings draw. And like I said, that personal touch, even outside of the show, I think is a big thing that's gonna be missing. But yeah, like, life goes on. We move on, and hopefully there's a future that has us, a good future for Cody and a good future for AEW, even if for right now, for this chapter, it's not together.
We wish you the best, Cody.
In all your future endeavors.
And when you do go to
Don't get another neck tat.
Yeah, don't get another. On the
That-
other side, don't
yeah.
get it.
Link has I read a theory online, and Link also supported this. I think it all,
I ascribe to that theory.
yeah, it all was downhill after the neck tattoo. That's
Yeah, absolutely.
Or after he invited Gabe to the ring.
No,
everything started going down.
I don't think that's it.
Is it ascribe or subscribe?
No, you can subscribe. You can. No, I don't need. No,
No,
how you
it's
put it
subscribe, but I
Yeah.
use it. I use it with subscribe.
Oh,
I use it as the word subscribe.
okay,
Like,
because you could also
yeah.
subscribe to it.
Yeah. I just wanted because I feel like, am I wrong?
No,
Am I
you said it, and I
incorrect?
thought I'm gonna use it. You said it like last week,
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use it like this. I'm gonna ascribe to that theory.
yeah. I think
I like it because it's your thing now.
Yeah, click
Yeah.
subscribe.
I just wanted to be sure.
click and subscribe.
Click
to the show.
ascribe.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of our talking points. But before we go, what we like to do in these monthlies, and when I say what we like to do is we did it one time, and this is the second time. We like to give our recommendations outside of all of this, personally, individually. What have you been watching, reading? I know we've had a really busy month, so maybe not as much as last month individually, but any recommendations for our listeners? Something way outside of like what we've been talking about? Maybe a book or a TV show?
What I'm gonna recommend if you have a Nintendo Switch, play Pokemon Legend Arceus.
Absolutely.
That's
I
my
second
recommendation. It's a great one. You're gonna have so much fun. I don't think I've had this much fun playing Pokemon in ages. And then as I was playing it, I realized, have I been miserable playing Pokemon this whole time?
Yes.
His eyes have opened.
My eyes have been open.
The fact that it satisfied both of us as fans is insane.
So yeah,
Because we were on
And
two different
even
sides.
me as a what is it? Like lapsed fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
That's crazy.
if you're gonna play a video game and you have a Switch, I recommend it. That's my recommendation of the month.
Speaking of Switch, before I give my recommendation, there was an interesting piece of news that I think that happened when we had the Console Wars episode, where I mentioned all the games that we were talking about that we had such a great time playing,
Yeah.
and I mentioned a game called Mario Strikers,
Yes.
which I fell in love with the game, and I made a statement saying that if because
A
we
bold
were shocked.
statement, an ultimatum.
Yeah, we were shocked because
It's more of a prophetic.
we were just like, how haven't they made another Mario Strikers game, especially for the Switch? And I said, you know what? If they make something like that, I will buy a Switch. And
Lo and behold.
The week the episode was released.
Yeah.
yeah, there was just like 3 days later, they announced in the Nintendo Direct, that's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
That they're Link texted to the chat, and he's just like, they're making a Mario Strikers game for the Switch. And I'm like, I Googled it. I was at a
You
concert.
couldn't believe it.
I was at a concert at the time, and I'm like, I was shocked. I was like, what is happening?
Are you
Like,
not gonna flex what concert you were at?
I was at the Dua Lipa concert, one of the best experiences, I think. But like,
Did she invite you up on stage?
no, but
To
I
sing
heard
Happy
that they were
Birthday?
making Super Mario Strikers, so same
Yeah.
thing.
She was like, come, and he was on his
He's like,
phone looking at
no,
the
they're making a
Mario
Super Mario
Strikers.
Strikers. I can't go up now. But yeah, so
Commitment to the bit.
with that being said, like, Nintendo obviously listens to our podcast, so thank you
Clearly.
so much.
Miyamoto,
Um,
arigato.
I had to,
We do not support emulation. Continue.
I had to honor
Emulation sucks.
I had to
It's
honor
the
the
worst.
deal. I
Yep.
had to do it.
Yep.
And I purchased a Nintendo Switch.
Not just the Nintendo Switch. Which one?
I got the OLED model. It's black and white, and
Beautiful.
it
Congratulations.
matches with the design of my room. I have the white PS5. My Xbox One X is the Hyperspace bundle, which is
Yeah.
white with like sprinkles, like paint sprinkles, which is nice. And my PC is also white.
Yep.
And then like the rest
It's
of
a
the stuff is
clean
like black.
setup.
It's beautiful. So yeah.
You got to post a pic once that Switch.
Oh, for sure. You'll see
joins
it on
that
social
setup.
media, which you should follow us on Instagram and all the socials.
You know what you should do when you get it?
what?
Buy Pokemon Legends Arceus because
I
Mario
might.
Strikers
I think
is
I
coming
will.
out in the summer.
I think I will. I have time. But yeah, I mean, obviously, a lot of what I've been doing has been watching films, which we'll get into in a second. But I have been mixing that with The Sopranos on HBO.
Gagaboo.
Oh, that's right.
Gagaboo.
And I mean, obviously, we've heard a lot about this show. I think everyone's kind of heard about this show as being one of the greatest shows ever.
Mm.
And has a lot of praise, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm interested in this. It seems like I watched the first episode like a year or two ago, and I just wasn't drawn. It just seems like it was going to be very long and time consuming.
Yeah, slow burn.
And I think for that first season, I think it is. It seems a bit dated, but it is like as the season goes on, it gets stronger, and as the seasons go on, as every episode goes on, like the show is quickly climbing the ranks of one of my favorite shows.
Wow.
I'm on season 4. I have 2 seasons left. The show is fantastic, and I cannot, even though I'm like not finished with it. I mean, it could suck. I guess I haven't heard much about the ending.
Do you know anything about the ending?
I heard it's controversial, but I haven't.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay. That's good because I know what it is.
Yeah, so I'm getting into it, and I mean, it may
Wait,
right
what
now.
show?
The Sopranos.
Sopranos.
For right
Oh,
now,
okay.
my recommendation would be that. I also finished The Expanse and Hannah, which I think both ended well. I think The Expanse is stronger towards the middle.
Yeah.
And Hannah, I think, ended well. It's only 3 seasons.
Quick question.
Yeah.
I've always heard the Gagaboo meme. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right.
Gabagool.
Gagaboo. What
Nope.
is Gagaboo? Gagaboo. Like,
Gabagool.
What?
Gabagool.
Oh, Gabagool.
Is it
Yo,
food?
Gabba Gabba?
Can you eat
What
it?
is
Yeah.
Gabagool?
Gabagool is ham. I'm pretty sure it's ham. It's like a type of like meat, like cut. It's like
It's
a
like a
slice.
deli meat?
Yeah, it's like a deli meat.
And how prominent is it throughout the whole show?
Yeah, they say it more, but they have a lot of things that they say often because it's life and it's just it's part.
Yeah.
It's in their routine. It's a part of their eating routine. I think that this show makes me obsess over Italian food because they're always eating, and I don't know, like the sound quality, like when they're eating, is like some type of eating ASMR.
Really?
And I'm just like, why am I craving Italian food right
Gabagool.
now?
Go to Lane's.
But yeah,
Oh, I will go to Elaine's. No one's taking me yet. Really quick,
Wait,
yeah.
that's where we'll celebrate our the 1%.
The 1% with our 1% bill. Dan, do you
So
have any
please-
recommendations you want to share?
I mean, the only thing I've watched, well, I haven't watched a lot. I've been pretty busy
Yeah.
with Arceus.
Well,
But
yeah, you said how many hours?
90.
Okay.
So it's a lot. But I did watch Euphoria. I watched season 1.
Oh. I didn't know about that.
Gababoo.
Okay.
I just started season 2, and I actually really like it.
Okay.
Obviously, check it out if you're over 18.
Adult.
Jeez.
So I
Yeah,
have
adult.
Not 6th graders?
Yeah, I have this rule that I'm not allowed. It's a self-imposed rule. I'm not allowed to watch Euphoria because I overhear my 6th graders talking about
That's crazy.
Euphoria, and I don't want to know what they're watching because I know they're not supposed to. So if you're listening to the show, anyone of that age, please wait. Stop watching Euphoria.
Man,
Eventually,
I
you
feel
will
it-
be an adult.
He will tell your parents you're watching
I
Euphoria.
feel like I say this often with you guys, but I'm a 25-year-old man, and sometimes I feel like I shouldn't be watching Euphoria.
Bro, I was about to say, I turned 20 in like a few days, and I don't feel old enough for that show.
The show's great, but it's just a lot.
Wait,
going
Danny,
on.
when's
It's rough, man.
when's your birthday, Danny?
Well, technically, if you're listening to this on the day it drops, it's today.
Happy
Happy
birthday!
Cumpleaños.
No, on three, on
feliz.
three.
Yeah, on three.
On three. Ready?
Ready?
Cumpleaños feliz.
I don't think we can dedicate enough
All right,
time for the whole
basically, so
song.
this is
Yeah.
what happened when I sang Happy Birthday to that wrestler.
Yeah.
And I did the same exact thing. I was like, on 3, ready, in the microphone to all these people. And I just went straight into the song. I didn't even count to 3.
And then you see in the background Sammy Guevara telling Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
That wasn't on
There's
3.
yeah, you can
Cody's
see
like,
it in
"Yup."
the vlog.
You can see, like-
like the 2 wrestlers go to each other like, he didn't even say it on
Yeah.
3, and I'm just like, ugh.
And then Cody's like, the Miami-Dade public education
And he's like, you
system.
know what? This is the mistake that's taking me back to WWE. I'm done with this.
Yeah. And also, we gave Gabe hell because he just repeated the line cumpleaños feliz over and over again. And like, we're all Colombian. So we have this whole other version of the song. We're like, how did you sing the song wrong? But apparently, like, the traditional Mexican Spanish version is just that line over. Every country has their own version of it. So if you haven't learned anything this week, every South American country has their own version of the happy birthday song.
Wow.
I think the version I ascribe to is a Mexican one.
Yeah, you subscribe to that?
Yeah. That's the
Okay.
one I clicked to.
All
What
right.
about you, George?
Okay, so again, we've been watching a lot of which we're gonna talk about in a second, the Oscar movies. So my docket has been full. I've been reading shorter things like 1 hour histories, books of poetry. So Rupi Kaur's, I know a lot of people out there have read Milk and Honey. It's a very popular book. I read her other 2 books, The Sun and Its Flowers and Homebody. I enjoyed Homebody a lot more because thematically it's different.
Hey, I'm
Then-
reading one of those now.
Oh, which one?
The Sun and Its Flowers.
Okay, so I read The Sun and Its Flower. It's a lot like Milk and Honey, so I was like, oh, it's a lot of the same. It's good. She's good. I love her.
Yeah, she's
but
great. I love her,
Homebody like goes in another direction, and I think it has like a different artistic touch. So I definitely recommend Rupi Kaur's Homebody. But if you've never read Milk and Honey, and she only has those 3 books, if I'm not mistaken. So check out the poetry of Rupi Kaur, and if I'm pronouncing her name correctly. And then I saw AP Bio on Peacock. I missed this whole show in its existence. I found out it was canceled for reasons. So this is what I watch when I don't have 2 hours to watch a movie, and I just kind of want to laugh for 20 to 30 minutes before I go to sleep. My wife likes to wind down when we watch TV. AP Bio, it's up and down. It's like sometimes you're like, oh, I don't think I like this show. Oh, I think I love this show. Some episodes are genius, some are like filler. I don't know. It was weird. Tell me what you guys think. Check out AP Bio when you get a chance. It's really short. It lasts 4 seasons, but it's like 12, 8, and 8. Yeah. And it's a half-hour comedy, so not even that once you take the commercials out. So AP Bio and Homebody.
You can recommend 2 things?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a second one?
No, not at all.
No, he just wants to know that he has that privilege in the
Yeah,
future.
for next time, yeah.
Okay, so the last thing we want to talk about really quick is what our next month's schedule is going to look like, and I'm going to pass it over to Dan.
Yes, although we have been consistent with the monthly, sadly next month there will be no monthly.
Ooh, tomato.
But with great loss
Rip.
comes great opportunity.
But we have something, I guess, special planned. I don't want to give away any of the episode topics,
Yeah, that's fine.
but it's going to be on the 29th on a Tuesday instead of Monday because of the Oscars.
Yeah.
But, we'll get there when we get there. So keep an eye out for that.
Okay, so we're going to dedicate we already started, me and Gabe. I know Link is watching as many of the Oscar nominees that catch his attention, right? Yeah. Me and Gabe are like on a marathon run to get through I think Gabe's trying to do almost every nominee.
It's everything.
Okay, good. So you're on the same page with me. We're both watching every nominee. So we're going to have an Oscar special before the Oscars, and then we're going to have an Oscar reaction. So March is going to be Oscar month. Not that we're dedicating the whole month. We have lots of other topics before that, but especially with The Batman on the horizon.
Which is going to be an Oscar nominee.
Yeah, okay. You already
For 2020.
You're already earmarking
For
it
next
for
year,
next
yep.
year. Yeah. Okay. We're probably by the time we do the Batman episode, we have already seen the movie like 3 times because we have tickets for almost every night that week.
Yup.
Yeah, in every format
And I
imaginable.
will have watched it once.
Okay. Yes. But the Oscars, and we're just gonna go through really quick a couple of seconds because we're running long here. But for the Oscars, it's a little controversy there that has arisen lately.
Yeah, people watch that.
Yeah, Link is dumbfounded that we're gonna actually watch the Oscars together.
For someone who loved watching the Oscars,
Yeah.
now I hate watching the Oscars.
Why is that?
Because it's all rigged. It's all paid.
Okay, well, we're gonna talk about that for sure.
There
once
is no
we-
integrity in the Oscars.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what they're going to mention sucks.
So I guess the more like public things that the Oscar has done that kind of upsets us is that they are gonna have some categories that are gonna be awarded off the air. They're not gonna televise it.
Well, actually, I heard that they will be televising it.
after all this backlash.
Yes. Well, no. Apparently, that same night, I did a deep dive in this conversation.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're gonna record it an hour before, and they're going to edit them, and then just show edited versions throughout the show, so they don't take all that time. It'll just cut to like these are the nominees, and then here's the acceptance speech. Boom. If they go long, then they cut it and they move on. So they're gonna do it like tape delay.
How does that work?
Well, they're going to be editing on the fly, which is crazy. I mean, as wrestling fans, we've seen it done where like the WrestleMania recap video is at the end of WrestleMania and it includes what just happened 5 minutes ago.
But is there like,
But-
is it?
That's gonna be me on Monday. at the end of
Yeah.
March.
Is there like Are there new categories or something that it's gonna take? So
No, they
long?
always go way too long. They have like 3.5 hours dedicated, and they go 5 hours, and they want more Gaga, more dancing, more songs.
Because
more-
that's what
Man,
gets
'cause-
ratings.
'cause
Because it's
some of
kind of
the-
boring.
yeah,
watching
it's
the
a
Oscars.
yeah.
Because some
You
of
have to be a
these-
real
Signified.
cinephile to
Yeah,
appreciate.
because some of these are like, I mean, I'll quick fire them. The document short, film editing, makeup and hairstyling, original score, production design, animated shorts, live action shorts, and sound are those categories that we mentioned.
Yeah, some of those are super important.
The score one's
It's
like, wow.
ridiculous.
Yeah, that was a big controversy.
This
The
week
score.
in bro.
Yeah. So we respect the all technical aspects of filmmaking, and this was like a huge shock that came in right before we recorded this episode. But we're gonna move onward, and hopefully all those film creators will be represented. We're gonna have a long talk of about like, what is it, 30+ films or something like that.
It's gonna be a lot, man.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to it. So apparently this is gonna be the most entertaining Oscars ever, since they're cutting awards for entertainment. So
Do they
I
have a
invite you
host or is it?
yeah, I think it's
It's 2 people.
is
we know-
Wanda Sykes one of them?
Oh, I
Wanda
love.
Sykes.
I love Wanda Sykes.
Yeah,
in-
it's like 2
in
comedians.
Curb.
It's 2 female comedians.
Okay, that's
Um,
good. That's good.
I will say this for my second recommendation.
Oh, is it the other one? The
It's like-
train wreck?
As long as
Oh, Amy
Amy
Schumer.
Schumer?
Yeah,
I think so.
as long as it's not James Gordon, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
For my second recommendation, I will suggest to look up the Oscar nominees.
Yes.
And try and see if any of them catch your attention. I would kind of do a little research on them.
Start with Best Picture nominees.
Yeah, because a lot of them are on streaming
Yeah.
services.
I'm going to almost none of them in the theaters.
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch them all at home. So we'll have our picks, but it'll only be like a week out from the Oscars. So try to hit up those big pictures. They're gonna be in your house.
A lot of them are really good though. They're
And a lot of
quality.
them are there now. Yeah. No. Okay. So that was our monthly. A lot of stuff to talk about and a lot of stuff in the roadmap ahead. We thank all of you guys for joining us for the show. I'm George.
That's you, Dan.
Yeah, it was your cue.
Producer.
Gabe.
Host.
Okay, we clearly didn't practice the outro.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I did. I really set you guys up, but I figured, But thank you for joining us, and we look forward to being with you in the month of March. But until then, keep searching. Bye.